What's in a name? How does a name encapsulate a life, a journey, a transformation? For Siddhārtha Gautama, his names were milestones, marking his journey from a prince to the enlightened one, the Buddha. Born to the royal Shakya clan in ancient India, he was named Siddhārtha, meaning he who achieves his aim. His father, King Suddhodana, had high hopes for his son, but destiny had other plans. Siddhārtha was destined for a spiritual quest, a quest that would transform him into the Shakyamuni, the sage of the Shakyas. Shakyamuni was a name given to him after he renounced his royal life in search of truth. As a wandering ascetic, he became a sage, a wise man, a teacher. But his journey was far from over. His quest for truth led him to the ultimate realization, and he became the Buddha, the enlightened one. The name Buddha signifies the profound transformation Siddhārtha Gautama underwent. It's a title, a designation that marked him as someone who had awakened to the ultimate truth of existence. He became a beacon of wisdom, guiding countless individuals on the path of enlightenment. The Buddha's teachings offered a middle way, a path between sensual indulgence and severe asceticism. He emphasized the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path, a training of the mind that included ethical training, kindness towards others, and meditative practices. He taught about the impermanent and interconnected nature of all things, a concept known as dependent origination. Around 2 centuries after his passing, his teachings were compiled by the Buddhist community in the Vinaya, his codes for monastic practice, and the Sutta Pitaka, a compilation of teachings based on his discourses. These teachings were passed down through an oral tradition, and later generations added additional texts, such as systematic treatises known as Abhidharma, biographies of the Buddha, collections of stories about his past lives known as Jataka tales, and additional discourses. The influence of the Buddha spread beyond the Indian subcontinent, inspiring a variety of traditions and practices. He is recognized in other religious traditions, such as Hinduism, where he is considered an avatar of Vishnu. His legacy is encapsulated not only in religious institutions, but in the iconography and art inspired by his life and teachings. So, to return to our initial question, what's in a name? For Siddhārtha Gautama, his names were not just labels, but significant markers of his journey. They represent his transformation from Siddhārtha, the prince, to Shakyamuni, the sage, and finally to Buddha, the enlightened one. They remind us of his teachings, his wisdom, and his profound impact on the world.